What's happening? Octa Doc, representing Cap Rule. Today we're going to get into something I like to call the Mixtape Report. A lot of this shit that we into is shit that we call 5% shit. It's shit that only 5% of the people are going to get. Being as that, we got to expose other people to it. We got to expose the 85% to it. So we're going to be talking about different projects and different artists from all around the world who not getting the burn they need to be getting. They're not getting the recognition they need to be getting out here on these streets. So we about to be talking about these people and talking about their projects. So today on this good 4th of July day, the people I'm going to talk about is some pretty much but un-American brothers. They're more African than anything else. It's Dead Prayers. And it's their latest mixtape I'm talking about. It's hosted by DJ Drama, who a lot of y'all familiar with, mostly from doing the Young Jeezy projects and things of that nature. So let's get into it. Okay, now the mixtape started off. First of all, I know a lot of y'all get put off by DJ Drama because he screaming a lot on the tapes. He messed your tape experience up by screaming and talking over the joint. He not doing that on this. He not really doing that on this. He letting the brothers, I guess he respect the message that Matulu and Stickman, who's the members of Dead Prayers, been doing. Now, for some people who need some background of Dead Prayers real quick, they was on Loud Records, which was Wu-Tang Clan, and Big Pun, rest in peace, his label. They was on there for a couple years. Then Sony got really interested in them. Jay-Z did a song with them while they was doing their Sony thing. They got about 5 albums. They purely a 2000s group. Their first album came out in 2000s called Let's Get Free. You need to get that if you don't got it. It's a good one to have at the crib. It's a banging album. It's on the level almost of Straight Outta Compton, and it takes a nation of millions in my book because of how they fuse the revolutionary elements and the gangster elements. And that's why this tape that we're talking about today in 2010 is called Revolutionary but Gangsta Grills. Okay, now the tape starts off like this. Y'all know that song Over by Drake? They redoing that. You gotta hear it. That's what they doing. Other beats they doing is one a song that's really getting a lot of love. It's a B.O.B. song. I don't know the name of the song because I'm too old and I don't get into his music. You know what I'm saying? Much like Drake shit, I don't get into that. But even an old head like me, somewhat old head, they hip me to shit. And they redo one of his songs called Beauty Within. It's a tribute to the sisters, tribute to the black women out there, the honeys. You're going to love that track too. Teen boppers, your college students, you're going to love that track too. And for the straight hip-hop heads, they go over another beat that's been real popular. Just Blaze did a beat for J Electronica. I think it's Exhibit C. It's the Cross My Heart That I Love You. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Niggas been going in on that beat the last 7 months, man. And it's a crazy beat. And they do Exhibit M. And that's what they doing with it. It's crazy. And that's their thing on this tape. It's taking beats that we might have heard before, and those are two of the highlights right there. The B.O.B. beat, the Drake beat, and I thought those were 2 good beats for them to use because they fusing that street, the intelligent, Afrocentric almost, Afrocentric definitely message over some radio hits. So check those 2 songs out. Now, they continue on this tape. It's not just other people's songs, even though they do rap over a couple other beats you might like. Like they do the Malcolm Martin Huey, which is Malcolm X, Marcus Garvey, Martin Luther King, and Huey P. Newton, the Black Panther Party. And they flip over that Lloyd Banks, Beamer Bentley. They flown on that beat. And they going in on that too. They crazy. These niggas flip styles, kind of over Bone Thugs. So even they style, even though they might have subject matter some of y'all out there might not want to get into, don't ever worry about it. You know what I'm saying? Because they talking about stuff that average dudes do. One of the things they like talking about, the average dudes do, in this tape that kind of struck my ear, is burning down that ganja. They speaking of burning down the ganja on a track I like called Overdose. And on Overdose ain't so much about, I don't think it's so much about weed as it's just about drugs in particular. And I kind of got the feeling it's kind of about the new generation. The new generation nowadays is into pills. You know what I'm saying? That's what's popping on the streets. Sometimes I be going through the street and I see the young ones and they be talking about pills and who got pills and vitamins and things of that nature. So they talking about that, and they talking about how some people, their only hope in life is to get high. They talking about this song. That's a song I think a lot of people need to check out. So check that song out. That's another reason to get this tape. Now another song that I feel as far as one of the best tunes period of the summer is a song, I don't know the whole name of the song, but I think it's got Battlefield in the title. It's like the 4th song on the album, and there's a sister singing a hook on there about deprogramming our minds, and that's very important right now because we've been programmed by a lot of things, including the hip hop that we listen to. You know what I mean? A lot of it is not positive. They're talking about lifestyles. It's fantasy island, and we can't live. And she's talking about all three sisters singing the hook, and M1 and Stick Man, the rappers and their prayers, are all talking about trying to deprogram our mind, and that's something that Cap Rule is heavy on too. One of the lines they use is, "The only hope is to get high." Now you know that's sad and that's crazy, but we also know that's real because a lot of people, that is their only hope. You know what I'm saying? Is to get high and to basically do all the pain that they feel in life. You know what I'm saying? So they doing it through drink and they doing it through drugs. Their prayers are speaking on this, and they not really putting it down, but they are talking about, like, a one line, I believe it's an overdose. He talks about getting more active in his own life, so his son don't gotta see him always getting bent and always high, things of that nature. And that's something I can relate to as a father and as a person out here in these street environments. We talk about eating right, we talk about exercising, protecting your temple. These are all the things that black men and Latino men, your leaders of your community, these are things you should be doing. So as far as hip-hop role models, I think that their prayers are great alongside the brothers in Cap Rule and other dudes who we're going to be profiling on this series. You're going to get to meet a lot of dudes down with Cap Rule. Oh yeah, check Cap Rule out at www.caprule.com to check out what we're doing. It's more than just a label. It's a mission to talk about hip-hop, have an open discussion about a lot of different things that are affecting all of us. When we suffer in the silence, we try to get some connectivity going with people in our city and people around the world to talk about different issues that's going on within hip-hop. And also we got my man Sufferdown, Tyke, all types of dudes going to be hitting y'all over the head with the music. You know what I'm saying? It's banging also. But back to their prayers. Are they giving you sermons or are they encouraging? Well, my thing is that they're encouraging. That's what I think. Now, some of this music that's got a positive message, it can start to feel like it's sermonized at that point. But this does not ever really do that. You know what I mean? This does not ever really do that. If you're a fan of Lauryn Hill, they got Estelle singing on the track. If you're a fan of like Young Jeezy, they going over the guy, I Love It beat. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna love that. You know what I'm saying? They doing every kind of flow you can think, from his flow to Bone Thugs flow to their own flow, which they've been mastering over 10 years. Dead Prayers. Check them out at www.deadprez.com, deadprayers.com, or www.bossupbu.com, BOSSUPBU.com. Check out some merchandise, some DVDs, some mixtapes. This is the fourth in their Turn Off the Radio mixtape series, which started right after their first album, started in 01, 02, where they've been doing this. You know what I mean? You go back on Amazon or whatever on the internet, look up the past catalog, get into Dead Prayers. It ain't nothing wrong to listen to Young Jeezy and Jay-Z and Drake and B.O.B. and artists like that. That's great. That's great. But at the end of the day, you gotta get to something real, and Dead Prayers is something real, and it won't bore you to sleep. So, family, I'm about to get out of here. It's hot as shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to get back in here and synchronize with all the elements in my exposure. And see y'all the next time. It's After Dark, caprule.com. Right there on the screen. Check us out. Check out the information we got. Let's get some feedback. If you are an artist in the DC, Maryland, VA area, see, I am from the way I say area. I'm in this area too. If you're in this area, holler at us through caprule.com, because we're trying to talk to you. Let us hear some of your sound. If you're about anything, we're going to be coming out to see you and check you out. And check this Dead Prayers album out, and we're going along them guidelines for the most part. We don't got to be on no Malcolm X shit, but we definitely ain't going for none of that retrograde, backwards minded shit. There's enough outlets for that out there. Go there. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else, come with us. Peace.